Rattle spray cans are the best way to prime your miniatures, and I'm going to tell you how to get it for cheap. Back when I was getting serious about miniature painting, I was at my local friendly gaming store, and I was perusing the paint section, and I was trying to incorporate all the things I'd learned on YouTube about what kind of paints I needed. I was kind of lost, and this guy came up to me and he said, "Hey, what you looking at?" I said, "Oh, I'm really just trying to find some primer for my miniatures. This is my first time. I really don't know what I'm doing." And so he leaned in close. He's like, "Hey, I got you. Me and Joe over here, we're commission painters, and we don't buy this stuff. We don't buy the Citadel. We don't buy the Army Painter spray cans. They're too expensive. We go to Lowe's down the street, and we buy flat primer." And so I was like, "Oh, okay, that sounds good to me." And so I walked out of the store, said, "Thank you very much," walked out of the store, drove to Lowe's down the street, and I went to the spray can aisle, and I found myself some flat primer. Notice this is black. And so I have used these ever since. I haven't looked back. They've served me really well. And so the reason why you want to use a black primer for most of your miniatures is that it's a great way, honestly, to hide your mistakes. Because if you spray all black and you have little crevices on your miniature, you don't have to worry about getting every nook and cranny detail in there with your paintbrush. And so you can kind of leave it dark and shaded, and black is the best way to do that. We're going to pick up a white primer as well, or cream, and this will help us, especially with the Assassin in White model, because he's wearing all white. It is very difficult to go to white from a black primer. But it's going to be a lot easier if we start with white and build up. We'll also use the white primer and black primer for zenithal highlighting, which we'll get into in the painting tutorial. So there you have it. My whole recommendation on primers comes down to some random guy in a gaming store at a sketchy time of night, and I haven't looked back since.